back to the channel. And I wasn't expected to be making a video like this. This is a crazy revelation, turn of events. So I got recommended this video on YouTube. The future of Xbox. And you wouldn't believe who the fuck this video is by. This video is made by one of the founders of Xbox. I'm like, what the fuck is Laura Fryer doing making YouTube videos? So I go to the channel. I watch this video. I go to her channel. And like, she has a lot of videos shitting on Xbox. Like, she's been shitting on Xbox since she started YouTube. And I'm like, wait. One of the founders of Xbox is making YouTube videos all of a sudden. Like, I'm like, weren't you leading companies? Weren't you in charge of whole development teams? How the fuck are you just randomly making YouTube videos all of a sudden? I mean, I'm not gonna knock her for making YouTube videos, but their YouTube videos, they're bashing the fuck out of Xbox. Like like what Xbox has been doing for the past like 10 fucking years. She hates all of it. And I'm like, didn't you leave because you got offered a better job? Not because they fired you, not because you got kicked out, you got booted out, everybody loved you. You just got offered something better and you fucking left. They're so crazy, bro. Like, I don't understand. She left in like 2009. That mean everything Xbox did from like 2009 to now, she had no part of, but she hates all of it. And I'm like, why did you leave if you wanted to shape Xbox? It's so crazy. Hold on, we should just get into the video. Because the way she talks about that, I'm like, have you just been ignoring everything for I don't know. This video came out like yesterday. That's what was so crazy. Like, I got recommended this and I'm like, wait, she's making videos right now. Like, I was understanding you making videos like, no, she made this video yesterday. So all the news that we have about Xbox up to yesterday, there's no way. But we're gonna get into this.
If you watch the latest Xbox showcase, you can see that Xbox has finally landed on a strategy, a plan for the future of Xbox. It's the Xbox Anywhere plan. They are betting the entire business on Game Pass and leaving the hardware innovation to their partners at Asus.
He started off 25 seconds in, spreading misinformation. How the fuck? She's one of the founders of Xbox. How the fuck are me, as a goddamn gamer who make gaming news videos, finding the founder of Xbox spreading misinformation about Xbox? Xbox has been doing Play Anywhere since 2015. This is not a new strategy. This is the same one from 10 years ago. What the fuck? Like, and her saying that they're passing off hardware to Asus when they have a partnership with Asus to make this, but Sarah Bond just came out and said like AMD and Sarah Bond just came out and said they have a multi-year partnership to make the next generation of Xbox hardware. And she still says that at the start of this. So I'm like, did she pre-record this hellas ago and it just released yesterday? Why did she put this bitch up if this is misinformation now? But it can't be. There's no way she recorded this hellas ago.
This wasn't surprising. Hardware is expensive to make. It's much easier to slap an Xbox sticker on an existing piece of hardware and call it a day. It requires very little effort in comparison. And if you don't care about console sales or exclusive games anymore, why bother innovating in hardware? I'll admit, it's a great message for gamers. Who doesn't want to play their games with their family and friends on any device and any platform? But that's all it is. It's marketing. It's style, not substance. Just because you say something, it doesn't mean that you can do it. And it also
They've been doing it for the past 10 years, woman. This is so crazy. This is so crazy to hear. Because, like, I have to listen. Why? Because she's one of the founders of OG Xbox. They produced the OG Xbox. They produced the Xbox 360. So the golden years of Xbox, she was a part of it. But this is misinformation. It's so crazy. But like, there's people that's gonna listen to what she say, and like, yes, because she was in that position so long ago, she has to be credible. She has to be credible. But when you know she's literally saying lies, who do you believe? It's so crazy. It's so wild to be in this predicament, bro.
also doesn't mean that you won't change your mind. After all, Xbox has been pivoting a lot lately.
Yep, that's me. And you're probably wondering how I ended up here. Well, it's pretty standard.
Remember when they talked about the importance of high-quality games, but then shut down the studio that made Hi-Fi Rush?
We all know why Hi-Fi Rush and Tango got shut down. Because after the leaders at Tango made Hi-Fi Rush, they left. Hi-Fi didn't have no fucking leadership. They couldn't just put a new leader in charge and be like, okay, because the people that made the game already left the company. That's why they shut it. Oh, it's so crazy, bro, because that's public knowledge. That's literally public knowledge. That's why they sold Tango away. They didn't just shut down a studio. They literally sold them to somebody who's gonna keep them going. They're gonna sustain them. And they got to keep the IP. So if they want to make Hi-Fi Rush 2, they fucking could. Microsoft could have scrapped the whole thing and put that shit in the vault. But they definitely gave their ass a way out. They gave their ass a place to go where they can still create. Because the leadership already created the games they wanted to create. And they left. They retired. So why put it on like, oh, Microsoft dropped good games and just fire motherfuckers? When you know that's not true, it's so crazy.
What about Game Pass? One of the defining features was day one games, and now there are tiers that don't offer the feature at all.
I mean, that's true. There's one tier that doesn't apply. It's because they got rid of Xbox Live Gold. They got rid of Xbox Live Gold, and they just made it Game Pass Core. So Game Pass Core didn't come with Game Pass anyway. It's literally just Xbox Live Gold with a bundle of games. Instead of just give you games with gold every month like they used to, you just have this catalog of games that you could just go in there and play whenever you want. But it's just for online membership mostly. That's why it still costs the same. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, she's a founder. How am I making a video like this when she's a founder of Xbox? This is crazy.
Last year, Phil expressed how $70 pricing could feel manipulative to gamers. And now he's on board with charging $80 for Outer Worlds 2.
Are we just gonna act like she's gonna act like Phil gets to make all these decisions by himself. She's gonna act like Microsoft don't see Nintendo doing their thing and like, okay, we could try that. We could try that. Why not? They don't have to put every game like that. They already said they're not gonna put every game like that. But they're gonna try it. Why? Because if gamers are buying $80 Nintendo games, they could buy some $80 Microsoft games. Or they could just put in bitches in Game Pass, which they want anyway. It is manipulative though. I'm not gonna act like it's not. But it's smart. Because now you force your competition to do the same thing. And they can't.
The cost may be high. One day
Outer Worlds 2 do look hella good though.
you'll be mine.
From my perspective, the Xbox strategy has been chaotic, so it's hard to say exactly what they'll do next. But assuming they stick with Xbox Anywhere, it's really left me wondering. Will the latest announcement drive more gamers to Game Pass? Will they be able to convince gamers that the Xbox ROG Ally is a good idea? And what is going to happen with the hardware and software teams that aren't delivering right now in the Xbox team? Are they going to get caught up in the layoffs that Microsoft just announced are coming?
Microsoft didn't announce any layoffs. See, we went over this at Game News Weekly. That The Verge and all these people, they're breaking stories that Microsoft is planning to lay off at least 2,000 people. It's not confirmed yet. It's rumor right now, and she just said Microsoft didn't confirm anything. That is so crazy because we all know Microsoft haven't confirmed anything. If they had confirmed it, they would be laying off the people already. But they haven't laid them bitches off already. But these rumors have been going on for like a week or two. So this is new development. That's why I'm like, that's what I was watching. I'm like, okay, so this is not like this wasn't pre-recorded before Sarah Bond came out with AMD and they talked about the future of Xbox. No, she's literally making this shit on purpose, nigga. Like she's doing this shit on purpose. Like what is she gaining from this?
For context, let's talk about why Xbox started and how it played into the strengths of Microsoft. I was working in Microsoft Game Studios on Crimson Skies when the console talks started, At that point, Microsoft dominated the office, but Sony owned the living room and was taking a serious bite out of the PC gaming market. When Xbox launched, there were at least 125 million PlayStations available, and there was a reason for that. Gamers could just plug in the PlayStation and the games worked. They didn't have to worry about why that piece of software on their Windows system
That was 25 years ago.
with the other piece of software, and why their video card wasn't working, or that they needed an updated driver. It was simple.
This is how you share your games on PS4.
That shit was dominant. This right here, dominant.
At that time, game developers actually listened to their customers and they would follow them. With all of these gamers going to PlayStation, game developers started trying to climb the hill of learning the PlayStation. And if they could do that, then they didn't have to worry after they made their game about testing all of those hardware and software compatibility issues that plagued the Windows ecosystem. It just worked. Microsoft could see this threat, so they jumped in and did what Microsoft does best. They took over an existing market by leveraging their strengths. They already had a fine-tuned system of execution at scale. They knew how to ship product, and they knew how to scale their system across a large team. Luckily, Microsoft had already built a game developer foundation with Microsoft Windows and DirectX. The message for Xbox was simple. With a hard drive, you could build your game once on Xbox or Windows, and it would just work. Of course, the problem was Windows was bloated. So without telling Bill Gates, the Xbox team removed the bloat and made a light version to power the box.
I start to try to argue for this, why we can't have the normal version of Windows. Bill doesn't want any of it. He doesn't want to hear it. He yells at me, shuts me down.
We did everything we could to make the platform as attractive for game developers as possible. We even hired 50 game makers into the Xbox Advanced Technology Group to
And see, back then, 50 people was a lot of people. But now you see development teams in the thousands and they still can't produce. And you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
support the game developers. The ATG team collectively had made hundreds of games, so we were great at translating game developer concerns into changes at Microsoft. We did whatever it took, and this focus on developers, it was a game changer because we attacked one of Sony's biggest weaknesses. They did not have great developer tools or support or documentation.
Games sell consoles, and so in order to sell consoles, we had to win the hearts and minds of the developers.
I could see that Xbox had a chance of succeeding. We were listening to developers, and we were building exclusive, high-quality first-party titles. We knew.
And see, back then, when they were talking about games sold consoles, games did sell consoles back in the day. Games did sell consoles back in the day, but now look at exclusive game sales on PlayStation. Them motherfuckers are tanking, and they have hundreds of millions of active users. So is games selling consoles nowadays? No, because third-party games are selling. Third-party games are having all the gamers. So exclusive games, like back when all the games on the console was mostly exclusive, like they even bought second-party deals, which made those games exclusive to their console too. So when the console market was more restricted everywhere, games sold consoles. But then Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto and like the Fortnites, like all those games started to grow, and now what the fuck is your exclusive game gonna do against Fortnite? What is your exclusive game gonna do against fucking Call of Duty? It doesn't work no more. So promoting this shit like 25 years ago, yes, it did. Now we looking at it, and when you see the top 10 charts every fucking year is the same 10 games, the next edition of the same 10 games, you can't say exclusive games sell consoles anymore.
That platform adoption requires.
Except Nintendo, because Nintendo don't support those fucking games.
There's no reason to. Definitely a problem for the new Xbox handheld. And it worked. By 2012, Xbox was a multi-billion-dollar business, and they were a true player in the living room.
See, but it's wild because she left in 2009. She left in 2009. So in 2012, that was still 3 years after you left. So they continued to do great after she left. Why is she taking shots at them now? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Fast forward, and here we are. It's 1 year from the 25th anniversary of the Xbox. And it looks like they're abandoning pretty much everything that made the Xbox brand great in the first place. Let's start with the handheld announcement. I've seen mixed reactions, and that has me really puzzled because I don't see any reason why anyone would buy this piece of hardware.
It's because it's portable. The whole idea is the portability. Why is she acting like it is what it hasn't been marketed to be portable? If you want to take your Xbox shit on the go, here's the portable one for you. You don't have to use your phone because the phone was the portable option for the last 10 years. But now they're like, okay, we can just partner with Asus, get a fucking portable option out there. Why? Because the Steam Deck exists. The Rogue Ally existed. I forget what the other one's called. The Lenovo one. Those exist. So like Microsoft might as well get one out there. Why is she acting like that's not the selling point of this thing?
Just like the original Xbox, it's built on Windows, a slimmed down version of Windows, but it's still Windows. So this isn't something new. And let me just admit my bias here. I don't like Windows. When I left Microsoft, I installed Linux on all of my personal systems, and I never looked back. Of course, as many pointed out after PewDiePie did the same thing, Windows is still needed for some games, so I created a dual boot machine for those cases. Incidentally, this line,
yeah, so her hating Windows now after she left, when I think I definitely remember she chose to go work at WB. So you took a better job at WB because she was working on Gears at the time. Gears came out, she left, and then started working at WB. So why does she hate Microsoft all of a sudden? Like, why does she hate Microsoft and Windows? And I don't know where the animosity comes from. I really don't.
freedom of Windows. Freedom? Windows 11 is forcing you to have separate accounts so they can track everything you do. Doesn't feel very free. And they are leaving a lot of their Windows 10 users behind because they require a chip to be installed on the motherboard in order for you to upgrade.
Yeah.
Microsoft, you do you, but freedom is literally the last thing I would use to describe the Windows operating system. So given the Xbox was already built
There's some
on
truth to
Windows,
that.
I don't see that that's really a big selling point. But that's okay, because it's really about the games. Will it be Halo? Will it be the new Gears? Is there going to be a game so compelling that it drives me to adopt this new handheld?
And see, I swear I think there's some confusion somewhere. Because why would one game be compelling you to buy the handheld? The whole point of the handheld is to take what you already have on the go. It's so crazy how she's like, why misrepresent the console like that? Like, on purpose. Like, this is purposely crafted to misrepresent what the handheld is.
Well, here's the problem. Xbox doesn't do exclusives anymore. Even if
They haven't for the last 10 years. What are we on about?
Xbox delivers a crazy great game, Xbox Anywhere means that I can play that game on any platform. I can play it on Xbox or PC. I may even be able to play it on the PS5 or the Switch. So why would I buy the ROG Ally?
It's an extension product. Why is she misrepresenting it like that? She's a founder of Xbox. One of the founders of Xbox. Why is she purposely misrepresenting the fuck out of this console? How did this portable console? I don't understand where could the animosity be coming from? Why make a hit piece like this? Because you know the fanboys are going to run with this shit. The gaming media is going to run with this shit. Watch. This video is going to come out. Well, this video has been out for a day. I bet articles start booming everywhere. I bet you start seeing the fucking rumor mill of Xbox. They're going to be using her words as fucking gospel. And it's all misrepresentation, like on purpose, bro. You're misrepresenting all this on purpose. You're saying like, oh, Microsoft makes all these amazing games, which is the reason you want to play Xbox games anywhere. Why are they playing Xbox games on the PlayStation? They don't have to. But they're choosing to over PlayStation games. Why are they playing Xbox games on the PC? They don't have to. but they're choosing to. And that's a bad thing. She's making it sound like, oh, this is blasphemy. It's so bad, bro. It's like I swear it has to be like the old way of thinking. She's been gone for what, 15 years, 16 years, something like that. Like, she's been out of the Xbox loop for so long that, like, I think she's been out of the gaming loop for longer than that, because there's no fucking way. She just thinks that the old way is still working when Sony themselves have dropped the old way. Sony themselves, the ones that created the way, they created this way, and they're even dropping it.
And of course, delivering a killer game in a reasonable time frame isn't something Xbox is particularly good at right now.
Are you
During
sure?
the showcase, there were several games still in development that weren't even mentioned, like State of Decay 3.
Wait, how many games did Xbox drop this year already? And they still have 3 or 4 more coming this year. And she said Xbox can't drop games in a timely manner anymore? Nah, this is definitely a hate piece, bro. This is definitely hatred. This is not fair criticism. This is not just opinionated because she was a founder. Nah, this is pure hatred, bro. Because did she just discount all the games that Microsoft just released this year? And are still going to release this year? Of course she did, bro.
3, Perfect
What?
Dark, and Fable. And many of these games have been in development over 5 years.
Because dev cycles are long as fuck now. These games are getting, like, nobody wants dev cycles to be long as shit. Because you see what FromSoft has been doing. Every other year they're dropping another game. Every other year they're dropping another game. FromSoft has a crazy dev cycle. But then you see there's studios out there that haven't produced a game in almost 10 years. Like, you look at Sony's Bend Studio. They made Days Gone. And they haven't released anything except Days Gone Remastered. Think about that. Think about, like, really put that shit in perspective. And then she's talking about the games that have been in development for 5 years and Microsoft didn't show them. They showed like 40 fucking games at that showcase. Did State of Decay 3 need to be there? No. They could save that for a time. Fable they took out of this year so they could put it next year on purpose. Why? Because it's the 25th anniversary of Xbox and Fable is an OG. So you might as well release it during the 25th anniversary of Xbox. It just makes sense. But she's misrepresenting this shit on purpose so bad. And I'm like, why would she be doing this when she was the start? Maybe because she doesn't have any say in this no more. She feels compelled to shit on everything new that Xbox is doing. That is what I got from this. And like, I don't want to make this video too motherfucking long. She says more things down the line. And it's just like, she says the hardware is dead, and I'm like, so you ignore everything Sarah Bond and AMD just came out and said about the next generation of Xbox consoles. You ignored all that shit. She ignored all of it. She said Xbox hardware is dead. They're not doing it no more. They don't want to do it no more. And it's like, are you purposely spreading the misinformation? I don't know why she's doing it, bro. And I know for sure that the media is gonna run with all this shit so fast. Cause like, where's that part of it? Just listen to her say it.
On the surface, but in reality, it's just marketing. It's style with no substance. Unfortunately, I don't think marketing's going to be enough. There's literally no reason to buy this handheld.
Except if you want your portability, which is why they're partnering with them to make this handheld.
As one of the founding members of the Xbox team, I'm not pleased with where things are today. I don't love watching all of the value that I helped create slowly get eroded away. I'm sad because from my perspective, it looks like Xbox has no desire or literally can't ship hardware anymore. So this partnership is about a slow exit from the hardware business completely. Personally, I think Xbox hardware is dead.
And she made this after AMD and Microsoft just came out talking about the next Xbox coming out. And I'm like, there's no fucking way. And you know it's bitterness at this point. Like, cause she say it herself. Like, she's upset that the old way of Xbox that they created is gone. But what about the OG PlayStation niggas? What about the OG, the ones that founded Sony computers and start making PlayStations? What are they saying about the PlayStation 5? You don't hear them. You literally don't hear them talking about the company anymore. They left the company ages ago. You don't hear they ass spilling, like, just exploding in bitterness about the company's direction. Because most of them understand, like, the direction is changing because leadership is different. Did they like the old way? Yes, because they had a hand in the old way. Do they like the new way? The new way is making a lot of fucking money. So they can't just be like, oh, fuck the new way. The old way was better, because they know the times has changed. But for some reason, she has it in her mind that, like, everything Xbox is doing is a bash against everything she did. And it's like, no. You laid the foundation. But if somebody, and you built the fucking house. It's not like she didn't help build the house. She built the house. But you're acting like if somebody comes in and the house has been here for 60 years. Or let's just say 20 years. The house has been here for 20 years and somebody comes in and renovates your house. Now all of a sudden you have a problem? Like, you're upset that you sold the house to somebody and they chose to renovate it? And you see that as a bash against you and not them trying to put their mark on something that was crafted before them? Is crazy work. That's all I'm saying. But, like, what else can you do but, like, listen? She's a founder. It's so crazy. She's a founder. And she's talking, like, there's so much misrepresentation and misinformation in this video. And I'm like, it's done so purposefully, with no consideration for anything. She ain't speak about none of the games Microsoft already released this year. None of them. She was like, Microsoft can't release games on a timely manner anymore. Like, they haven't released 4 games and they're releasing 4 more before fucking holiday. Nah, they can't release games no more. Even though the gamers are playing Xbox games right now. The gamers are still playing Xbox games right now. It don't make sense, bro. But she's a founder. What the fuck can you do against a founder? But just react. That's all I can do, is just react, bro. Because it's pure bitterness. There's no fucking way. Xbox hardware is dead after the new president, Sarah Bond. She came out. It's so crazy, bro. It's so wild. And I don't know. It just has to be bitterness. Because where's the guys? Where's the guys making videos about hating Xbox right now? I don't think it is, bro. And I'm gonna have to end this right here. Make sure to like button, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.